Hi, it's Jen. Talking about CVS. Seems to be the topic of the day. If you watched the last video and the video before, I'm waiting for my other half to come home so we can go work on our garden. And it seems I have a bit more time. So I wanted to talk about people going on vacations. It happens to be something else I saw in a group last night. Just talk about cruises, trips, even going to visit other family members, going anywhere from your safe place, which for us is usually our home. We start to feel very comfortable at home because that's where we have, our base. If we're at home, we have a comfortable place. When we're sick, we have our shower, this, that, and the other thing. So going on a trip for somebody with CVS can be very stressful beforehand, during, and after. If you're traveling to a different altitude, it has potential to cause a problem. If you're traveling to a different temperature, that also has potential to cause a problem. The nervousness and the change in your daily activity could also set you up for an episode. There's a lot of things that people worry about. I'm lucky. We don't have money to travel when we go someplace. It's out of state and it's just family member's house. It's pretty much generally, straight across the country, so there's not too many changes. But I still make sure I take an arsenal with me just in case. The last time I went, I forgot my folder, and that was very stupid of me. I should have brought that, because if I got sick there, it would have been a totally different hospital, totally different doctors. So who knows what could have happened. Could have been bad, could have been good. 50-50, flip of the coin. That's CVS way of life. If we could get a double-sided coin, I think we might be alright, but we're not getting them anytime soon. So, until then, if you're planning on going on a trip, some of the tips I'm about to tell you I did see in the comment thread of the actual questions. They're things that other CVS patients have shared, parents have shared, so on and so forth. The first thing to do is make an appointment with your doctor before you know you're going to be leaving. Hopefully the doctor you have understands the situation. 90% of the time they're probably not going to. And that's just something that some of us have either become accustomed to, we're still very frustrated with, or still looking for somebody. For me, I would go to my neurologist. He's my best guy. So, excuse me. Explain to them that you live in town. They might want to give you maybe an extra anxiety medication. They might want to raise the dose a little bit. They would hopefully be able to give you tips if they do know anything about CVS. Basically, the phrase that I did see, and the phrase would be in my head, is have an arsenal. Make sure you have your nausea medication, your preventative medications. Make sure you have, if you're on an antidepressant. CVS is treated a lot with, say, like amitriptylines, nortriptylines, so on and so forth. Make sure you have enough meds that it's going to be okay. Also, with all the changes in flying and so on and so forth, look ahead and make sure that if you do have a whole bottle of medicine or this, that, and the other thing, that everything's going to be okay, going through, because you don't want to get there on the day that you're leaving and find out, crap, I can't take this with me, because then you're up a creek, and we all know what creek that is. And it's not denial, because there'd be no denying it in a few hours. Remain calm. Try and pack for your trip slowly but surely, I guess. Make sure that, it's not all happening in one day. You don't want to have to run through and pack yourself, your husband, your kids, and everybody all up at one time and get ready to run out the door. That alone is a trigger. Some people, if you know your triggers for like temperature zones, this, that, and the other thing, make sure if you're heat intolerant, don't go to the Caribbean in the middle of July. I mean, it's some simple things like that, you know, and unfortunately that might affect a person who wants to go with you in July, but you're just going to have to explain that you can't. And if you do take that chance, make sure you have your folder. Make sure you have everything that you would have at home to take care of you when you go away. You know, take a couple extra towels. If you get the severe migraines or the severe stomach pains and you need heat packs or ice packs, make sure you take one of each. My mother gave me an oat bag. It's got horse oats in it. It's sewed up. It's in a square about this big. I can freeze it, or I can put it in the microwave next to a cup of water and heat it. So it works for both. For me, when I have migraine, it's usually frozen. It's in the freezer right now, actually. It's soft. It bends around your head. Peas also work very well. They hold their cold for a long time, and there's no hard spot sitting you in the head. It'll basically kind of, you know, form around the area. So you want to make sure that, say if you're on a plane, you know, if you get an altitude headache or a pressure headache, you want to make sure that you have the things like earlier I had my blanket with me. You know, I would want to make sure I had something like that to make sure my neck and my head were comfortable so I wouldn't cause a headache. Or, you know, just take your time, plan ahead. No spur-of-the-moment trips are probably suggested because those can get kind of hairy and very nerve-wracking on anybody. It just so happens when our nerves get racked, we have the potential to become very, very sick. It's something we have to understand and respect, and it's something that our friends, family, and so on who want to go places with us need to respect. And if we have to back out at the last minute, if we're saying we have to back out, it's for a good reason. It's not probably because we don't want to go. Sometimes it just happens. I mean, I've had concert tickets, and I've been laying in a hospital bed going, well, crap, that was a waste of money, because I woke up sick that day. So instead of going to the concert, I went to the hospital. You know, it's just kind of the way it is. So prepare slow for your trip. Go visit your doctor. Express your concerns. Make sure you've got your insurance information. Make sure you've got your diagnosis. If you have a medic tag, make sure you have that with you. Have your doctor's phone numbers with you. Maybe your doctor can even write something up ahead of time for you before you go. You know, make sure you have anxiety meds. Make sure you have orally dissolvable nausea medications. Work great because you don't have to put them in your stomach when you're throwing up. That's really kind of pointless. So I guess those are mine and other people's opinion on heading to a vacation. They're stressful. When you get home, it's stressful. You're trying to get everything unpacked and get back to your normal routine, and you're going to have to be careful then too. You know, just take it slow. I would think personally, try not to make it so you're getting home the day before you have to go back to work, because that's going to leave you very fatigued, which puts you in danger. You know, take your B vitamins and your so on and so forth to keep your energy up. For women, there is a high correlation of menstruation and CVS episodes, and they believe, well, my doctor explained to me, they believe that's because our body's already being drained of energy at that particular time, so it leaves us extra susceptible to having a problem at that time. So you may even want to make your vacation kind of go around that, so you're not going around a high trigger time as it is. So I guess that's all the information I like to pass along. Some of it's just ideas I have, other is from stuff I seen off of a thread that was talking about the same thing, and that's what made me think about it. I guess a lot of my posts now, except for adding on to what I have put on, will probably be pertaining to different things I've seen in group. Some people aren't too comfortable with social media. Some people aren't comfortable with sharing in front of such a large group. So maybe if you find these videos and you realize some of your questions are here, hopefully maybe it'll give you some kind of answers or ideas or or whatever, you know. Our main website is cvsaonline.org. I've said it before, you know, there's a ton of information there, a ton of places that they can tell you about, and I don't know, just spread the word. We are our own best advocates. So, from one CVS patient to another, or from a patient to a caretaker, a patient to a doctor, or a patient to a nurse, please be patient with us. We're learning about this just as you are, hopefully. And the only way we're going to get any help is if we do this together. So, y'all have a good day, and keep raising awareness. It really does help.